Good morning, guys. So I am gonna go to Share Tea because they are having their grand opening. Okay, so I am back from Share Tea. I kind of messed up. So they were having a buy one get one free of black or green milk tea, and I thought that if I ordered a black milk tea with my order, I would get that like taken off of my order, but they had like a whole like stack of like black and milk teas already made on the side, and so they asked me like, hey, like which ones would you like would you want one or two because you ordered 2 drinks. So I ended up getting 2 extra drinks, and meaning like I had in total 4 drinks. Yeah, now I have 4 drinks. I will be saving those. I have the other 3 in my refrigerator, but right now I'm drinking an Okinawa pearl milk tea. So I thought that I would catch you guys up with what has been going on in my life so far since I last vlogged. I am trying to do supplement my lecture notes with the textbook for family health because the professor is kind of a bad lecturer. Today is Saturday and this week has felt kind of like an off week. Monday I had my 2 exams. Adult went fine. I got a 90 on that. So for adult, I feel like I hit kind of a stride. Like I kind of figured out what to do after I got like a 70 and like a 75, I think, on 2 exams. But I feel like I kind of got in the groove for that class. But for family, I just really don't know what I'm doing wrong. I've been listening to the lectures more, like repeating it. But like I said, my professor is not the best lecturer. And half of her lectures is her saying the word and normally I don't mind because a lot of people use it to give themselves a little break. Usually I don't mind it because I do it all the time. But in a situation like when you're giving a lecture or a presentation, I feel like you need to keep that at a minimum. And she says it pretty much every couple words, and it seems like she doesn't know what she's talking about because of how often she says I personally think that she doesn't seem like she knows what she's doing, which is odd to me because the professor is a labor and delivery nurse. She said she was one for 7 years, so I would think that when she's teaching family health, she would know what she's talking about. But it just doesn't seem like she does. I'm just not getting a lot out of her lectures, and I've been neglecting the book. So I think that's my problem, that I'm not reading the book and instead am listening to the lectures and then listening to other videos and trying to do. Last week I tried to do more practice questions, but I think that it didn't work for me. I'm sitting at a 78 in that class, so I really need to do better since we do have just 1 exam left and then the finals. It's honestly kind of weird for me because my professors for adult are I feel like if my family health professors underprepared, they're a little overprepared, but I prefer a little overprepared. And plus I feel like they know what they're talking about. They know how to answer questions. So that's where I'm feeling with classes. I just had my 3rd week of clinicals for adult. It was not as exciting as last week. I think I might have told the vlog. We did have a code last week while we were in clinicals This week, apparently there was a code on Wednesday on our floor. We aren't there on Wednesdays, but apparently there was one, and the person survived. And then yesterday, there was. I'm on the 8th floor, and on the 8th floor, there's the one side of the 8th floor and then the other side, and they're kind of separated by the elevator area, and they're kind of considered two different sides of the floor. But on the other side of the floor of where I am, they had a code on, and on that side they have adult one students. And so when we were able to see the adult one students, we kind of asked like, hey, were you guys able to do anything? The one person we saw said that they all kind of stood behind, gave everyone room. But apparently on that side of the floor, the person who was coding, they use this machine that does the chest compressions for you. And when we heard this, we were like, what the heck? Like, why didn't we use that? Like, my professor says that the person has to be a good candidate for that to work. And plus, sometimes people don't put it in the right place, so it might not work like it's supposed to because it's in the wrong place. So I guess it was better that we did chest compressions by hand. For my care plan, I ended up picking a pretty complicated patient. I don't know why I picked him. He's got a lot going on. I'm not going to talk about it, but I'm so confused. He right now is dealing with another problem that he didn't initially come in for. So I got confused looking at his chart because I thought the current issue was what he came in for, and he's already had a couple of things done in regards to the first issue. So I was just confused. And good thing that my professor was making rounds, and she basically had a practice giving a report on my patient. And I'm glad that she did that because, like, I would have missed a lot of stuff on my paperwork had she not gone over stuff with me on my patient. So I'm happy that, she was there. So I'm taking a break, and Netflix has Avatar: The Last Airbender on it. So